Hey guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for allowing me to be part of your day. I really do appreciate it. Again, you guys have been following me for a couple months now. When I had 22 subscribers, when I had 44 subscribers, before I had 100 subscribers. Now I have over 600 subscribers. I'm sure it will dip, especially after this video. I might not even have 600 subscribers. But we're going to go forward anyway. All that in saying, I believe that a lot of you, most of you, the majority of you, appreciate the honesty that I'm trying to bring out here. And of course, the honesty that I have with myself, my integrity. Guys, you know, I've disagreed with a few people in the chat. The only time I get really angry is when somebody just throws a label at me and that's supposed to negate anything I talked about. I don't understand who thinks like that. That's a very narcissistic way. Just blanket statement somebody and their problems the problems that you have with them or what they said all of a sudden is non-existent. And that's just the poorest debate ever. That is a weak debate. Those people that are doing that, I don't even want to comment anymore. You know, the OSA bullshit, that's over. I'm not commenting on that. I got people accusing me of being good friends with Tony. With Zero Dark Tony. Nope. Everything you know is what I know about Zero Dark Tony per se. And I'm sure a lot of you know more. Everybody knows the relationship I have with the guy. I don't have a relationship with him. Not since that very first video that I took his thumbnail. But I'll tell you what, I think he says some truthful things, and I've always said that. I think his approach is a little rough, though I did watch a video of his lately because he does have information. And I'm not going to justify who I follow or who I subscribe to or who I get information from, because I get it from a lot of people. You know, but I get the information the same way you could by going online. So just because you might not like somebody's approach doesn't mean what they're saying is untrue. Okay? So that's up to you. But don't just blanket statement me that I'm friends with somebody and you're not going to listen to what I'm saying because of that, because that's your problem. That's not my problem. So, that being said, I want to talk to you about a few dates, okay? So, Lisa McPherson died in 1995. The people that aren't in Scientology know what happened to Lisa McPherson. She was the woman that was denied medical care. And they kept putting her through that niacin, taking the niacin, what is it, that program that detoxifies you, the detoxification program, I think it's called, right? So in 1995, Aaron Smith Levin, Mike Rinder, Mark Headley, and Claire Headley were all in Scientology. They were all active Scientologists. Leah Remini as well. How come they didn't do anything about Lisa McPherson until after they left? How come they didn't bring any attention to Lisa McPherson until after they left? Danny Masterson, the first person that ever accused him, that I could find, the first person that ever accused him of doing those terrible acts was in 1996 from a woman named Trisha V. She wasn't a Scientologist. But in 2001, Christina B. She accused Danny of that act and went to the Church of Scientology. And they said, a boyfriend can't R-word a girlfriend. He could just do whatever he wants, anytime he wants. Wants to have sex, anytime. Doesn't matter if she doesn't want it. Her screaming, no, 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 has nothing to do with it. 2002, 2003, Jane Doe 1 said she confided in the Church of Scientology after those 2 times that Danny to her. So now this is the 3rd person, but this is the 2nd Scientologist. She does go and confides in Scientology, and she's put through the ethics program. It's not funny. So Scientology's been made aware now twice about Danny's behavior. And in 2004, she reported that to the LAPD. And still, Scientology knows about it, and nobody does anything about it. Aaron left Scientology in 2014 officially. He left the Sea Org in 2007. And if you remember what Aaron said, he only was speaking out against Scientology because they made him a suppressive person and made his mother-in-law disconnect from her daughter because her son, so his wife's brother, is in Scientology, and the mother would have had to have picked one or the other because they declared Aaron and they declared his wife. Aaron had said, and he said this in his own, on his own videos, on his own channel. He said, had they have not done that, I would have not said a word. I said to them, I won't talk about you. You don't talk about me. But that's not what they did, Aaron said. So in other words, all of this behavior that now people are calling other people out on, that people are following people down the streets. You know, some of you got upset with me because you thought for the greater good, it was okay that Aaron ran some senior citizens around the streets of, Clearwater, Florida, who were just leaving a Scientology building. They were leaving the building. And he said, can you help me with the video? They said no, and he followed them. Okay? And then he started yelling at them. And they were running on the street, senior citizens, and he's running after them. Why is that okay? Was it okay in 2014 when Aaron was saying, listen, man, I won't say a word if you just let us stay in a relationship with our family? Is that the greater good? What happened to the greater good then? I'm upset because some of you guys aren't seeing the picture here. The greater good is not about what works for you and makes it convenient for you. Who are you to decide what the greater good is? You didn't want Aaron did not want the greater good to matter, as long as nobody was going to call him a suppressive person and have his mother-in-law disconnect. That's just the truth. You've heard Aaron say that. But it's okay for him to run around? He was going to be dumb and be in tunnel vision too. He knew about disconnection. That's why he said, if you don't do this, I won't say a word. I'll keep stum. Aaron says that he knew these women while they were in Scientology. Did they ever tell Aaron about Danny? Did Aaron keep stum about that? I don't know. I'm asking. He said he was close with one of the women. See, when I call people out on what looks to be questionable to me, I'm going to do that. You know why? Because their business is not private when they put it out on YouTube. Liz Gale, no offense, and respectfully, like you said to me, you said, hey, Toddy, with respect, you weren't there. You don't know what you were talking about. Liz Gale, I was talking about a video that I saw the beginning and the end of. And unless somebody spliced that video up, that's what I was commenting on. I didn't have to be there. But I will tell you this, and this I mean sincerely. I called you Kelly Copter by accident, and I called you Laura FM by accident. I know Laura FM's with the blonde hair. I've seen her videos, and I've seen her with the streets of LA and stuff like that. I've seen that. And Kelly Copter is a redheaded woman, and I just got your names confused. Liz Gale, I apologize sincerely for that. Excuse me. It doesn't mean that I can't comment. You said I shouldn't comment on something if I wasn't there. You guys put this stuff up online. Why can't I comment on it? Of course I can comment on it. You can comment on this. So that stuff, that's not okay. Don't tell me what I can or cannot comment on, especially when you guys put something up online. And another thing. You know how many of you Scientologists have outed John Travolta, a movie star whose sexuality actually has it is none of our business, because he's not selling himself as a board member. He's not selling himself as a person that does good for everybody. He's only selling himself as an actor. And the only thing he owes me is to put on a good performance while he's acting, and I've paid to see the movie. That's all that man owes me. His sexuality is none of my business. If I can't report on something that you guys put out online, how can you report on John Travolta's personal life? And Aaron, you have reported on John Travolta's personal life, even by saying, we all know you're gay, John, come on out, you should come out. If John Travolta is gay, I hope he does come out. But I'm not going to talk about him kissing somebody. That was private. That's somebody's private business, because that was in confidence when Mike Rinder was there. There was an understanding. And Mike Rinder wouldn't have said anything to anybody had he still been in Scientology. He might have kept it among Scientologists, but he certainly wouldn't have done it publicly. Why is that okay? Mike Rinder, you've done some shit, man. You've done some shit. You left Scientology in 2007. I bet you knew a little bit about Danny Masterson. You were head of OSA. You had to know something, my friend. Claire Headley, you too. You were there in 2005, so you heard some of this too. And Mark, here's the thing. Everybody, including Leah Remini, and I like Leah's acting. I like her punchiness, her sass. I love it. I really do. Okay? But she too said, I didn't want to leave Scientology. I didn't want to disconnect from everybody. If they would have left me alone, I would have stayed. I wouldn't have said a word. I would have stayed. But they didn't leave her alone, so she had to leave. And then she looked back and attacked Scientology. Yes, but Scientology was still fucked up when you were in there, and it was okay with you guys when you were in there as long as it didn't affect you. And that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Is, it shouldn't affect you for you to do the right thing. And that's what this video is about. It shouldn't affect you to do the right thing. I don't want to hear about the greater good. There's a bunch of individuals involved in the greater good, and for those individuals, it's not good for them, just like it wasn't good for any of you. You all left Scientology because they went after you guys. If they didn't go after you, then Mike, you still would be fucking people's families over, as long as it wasn't your family. Now that's the truth, right? Mark, if they weren't trying to throw you in the RPF, you'd still be there. Come on, let's be real. Aaron already said, like I said, hey, just let me leave quietly. I won't say a word. And they wouldn't, so he started saying a word. Everybody should speak out against what's going on in Scientology. But don't forget, these people were part of this problem until it affected them. And that's the truth. I don't know about these other people. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about people that I'm not mentioning in this. But that's all I have to say about this. I'm trying to do a video with Russell, because he has a day before he's going to leave us again, and we're going to try to do something on endformance. So right now, guys, I just wanted to put this out because I've had a few people come at me from all different ways, and I just wanted to say to you that this is what I think and this is what I feel. It doesn't make these people bad people. I'm not saying that they're bad people. They've all been through shit, yes. But it seems like when like Aaron goes after Grant Cardone, but 10 years ago, Aaron, it was okay for you to do whatever you wanted to do. You wouldn't have said anything if nobody would have bothered you. So that's my problem. That's the problem here. That to me is hypocrisy. Here's the thing. Aaron said in his videos, guys, if I let you down, you're going to have to let me know. Okay, so now what? I'm saying this is a true statement. If that's a true statement, then okay, I was a subscriber. I'm still a subscriber as far as I know. I've purchased some of the products for the Aftermath. I've donated to the Aftermath. You said that was clicks, subscriptions, buying things from the Aftermath store. I've done that. And I think your anger has gotten the best of you. And your ego. Guys, doesn't mean he's a bad person. Just means he's a little bit lost right now, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. That's what I want to say. All right, guys, let me try to figure something out with Russell. And yeah, that's the way I say his name all the time. Anyway, all right, guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You guys are a huge help. Participate in the chat. There are some messages I get YouTube, some I get through YouTube Studio, some I get through the email that's connected to the account on YouTube, and then guys that really want me to see something, I guess you write to me at toddy1skip@gmail.com. I don't check that every day because I don't think of it. I will start. I'm going to get better at it. I do respond. All right, guys. Be nice. Be kind. It doesn't cost anything. All right? Be better today than you were yesterday, but not half as good as you're going to be tomorrow. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you, guys. Communicate in the chat. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Thank you.
Die with respect, die with a degree of dignity. Lay down your life with dignity. Don't lay down with tears and agony. There's nothing to death. It's like Max said, it's just stepping over into another plane. Don't be this way. Stop this hysterics. This is not the way for people who are socialist, communists to die. No way for us to die. We must die with some dignity. Please, keep your emotions down. Keep your emotions down. Children, it will not hurt if you will be quiet. If you will be quiet. Yes, I tell you, I don't care how many screams you hear. I don't care how many anguish cries.
I remember that. Don't you remember that? I remember seeing that. That was horrible, unbelievable, most vile guy. Who'd have thought people did that? I can't believe he was supposed to be a priest.
What is Scientology? How would you describe it?
Well, it's very interesting. You've just asked a question like, what are the contents of the Encyclopedia Britannica? Answer in one word.
Well, Mr. Hubbard, it's obviously something that's very wide-ranging. And if you can't describe it overall, perhaps we can begin at the beginning.
I began to ask this question, what is man? And I found, oddly enough, that nobody could tell me what man was. I became very fascinated with this particular line of research, and I made it my life's work. You have to rub elbows with all kinds and types of men. before you can finally establish what he is.
And you in fact did this?
Yes, I've slept with bandits in Mongolia, and I've hunted with pygmies in the Philippines. As a matter of fact, I have studied 21 different primitive races, including the white race.
Disconnection.